Yes, dear students, today I am going to explain the capacitance of an isolated spherical conductors, principle of capacitors, parallel plate capacitors, capacitors in series, capacitors in parallel. In step by step, first one is the what? Capacitance of an isolated spherical conductors. Suppose isolated spherical conductors of center O of radius r and charge plus q lies on its surface, which distributed uniformly on its surface. So potential at any point on its surface V equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught r. But we know the capacitance C equal to q by V equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r. So capacitance is directly proportional to the radius. Here principle of capacitors. Here metal A is positively charged plate, uncharged plate B taken nearer to it. ठीक है. Then due to induction, closer face of plate B acquires the negative charge and it further face acquires a positive charge. The negative charge on plate B reduces the potential on A, while the positive charge on plates tends to increase the potential on A. As the negative charge of plate B is closer to the plate A, then its positive charge, so the net effect of the potential of A decreases by a small amount, so capacitance increases by a small amounts. But when plate B is earth connected, then potential on A decreases, so capacitance increases by a large amount, called principle of capacitors. Next one, parallel plate capacitors. It consists of two large plane parallel conducting plates in which upper plates have the positive charge and lower plates have the negative charge. Surface charge density is plus minus sigma for positive charge and negative charge. Both plates are separated by distance of d. So in the outer region above the upper plate and the lower plate, the electric field due to the two charge plates cancel out. The net field is 0. So E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Its value equal to 0. In the inner region between the two plates, the electric field due to the two charge plates add up. The net field is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, and its value equal to sigma by epsilon naught. But we know V equal to Ed equal to sigma d by epsilon naught and C equal to Q by V. So here Q epsilon naught by sigma d, and finally we get its value epsilon naught A by D. So C equal to epsilon naught A by D. Now capacitors in series. When the negative plates of one capacitors is connected to the positive plates of the second and the negative of the second to the presence of to the positive of the third and so on, then capacitors are said to be connected in series. In series combination, charge value is same but potential difference value changes. Here three capacitors C1, C2 and C3. ठीक है, be the three capacitors connected in series. Then due to series combination, potential difference across C1 equal to V1, potential difference across C2 equal to V2, potential difference across C3 equal to V3. So total potential difference V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Equivalent capacitance represented by Cs and charge is Q. So Q equal to CS into V. So V equal to Q by CS. Similarly, V1 equal to Q by C1, V2 equal to Q by C2, and V3 equal to Q by C3. From equation number 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, what we get here? Here Q by CS equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. So 1 by CS equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Hence, the reciprocal of equivalent capacitance is equal to the sum of reciprocal of the individual capacitances. Now, capacitors in parallel. When the positive plates of all the capacitors, are connected to one common point and the negative plate to another common points, the capacitors are said to be capacitors in parallel. In parallel combination, charge value changes but potential difference is same. C1, C2 and C3 with three capacitors connected in parallel, then potential difference is same. So charge across C1 equal to Q1 equal to C1V, charge across C2 equal to Q2 equal to C2V, charge across C3 Q3 equal to C3V. So total charge Q equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and equivalent capacitance represented by Cp. So Q equal to CPV. So putting all the values in equation number 1, then CPV equal to C1V plus C2V plus C3V. Okay, and finally get Cp equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Hence, if capacitors are connected in parallel, then equivalent capacitance is equal to the sum of individual capacitance of a capacitors. Hence, the equivalent capacitance is equal to the sum of individual capacitance of a capacitor. Thank you. Have a nice day.